Namaste and welcome to the Enrich Your Life podcast. I'm Thorsten, father, son, life and leadership coach who knows how to stay grounded even when life gets chaotic. This space here is for you, the one who shows up, the one who gives a lot, the one who is always performing and hold space for everyone else, but forgot how to hold space for yourself. This podcast is a gentle invitation to turn inward, to listen again. So take a deep breath, slow down, and let this moment be for you. Today, I want to share something deeply personal and deeply needed for all of us. Over the past few weeks, I have spoken with so many people, my coaches, clients, friends, even strangers I met on some of my trips. And one theme keeps repeating again and again. People are in relationships, but they are no longer in connection. They are surrounded by others, yet feel unseen, unheard, and increasingly disconnected from themselves. Today's episode is for anyone who has ever stayed too long, shrunk themselves too small, waited for someone else to return while quietly losing themselves in the process. Today, I want to offer you a moment of truth, of clarity. A moment not to blame, but to come back to yourself. Let me ask you something. Have you ever adjusted your truth just to keep the peace in a relationship? This can be in your personal life, it can be even in your career. Have you ever stayed in a relationship or friendship even though it didn't feel aligned anymore? Or have you ever told yourself, maybe it will change one day? Maybe they will come back. Maybe it's just a phase. It will improve soon. If so, and your answer to one of these questions has been yes, you are not alone. So many people are performing in relationships that no longer serve their growth. And the most heartbreaking part, they know it. They feel the ash, the lack of intimacy, the disconnection, but they don't move. They stay, they shrink, they overgive. They disappear slowly under the weight of the relationship identity. And why? Because they are afraid. Some are afraid of being alone. Some can handle that. However, they are afraid of hurting someone. And some are just afraid of making the wrong decision. But here's the honest truth. Staying in something that asks you to abandon yourself is the slowest form of emotional death. You don't owe anyone the smallest version of yourself. And here's the truth I want to plant in your heart. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that. Who is your inner circle? Do they elevate you, or do you shrink to stay close with them? According to a study by the University of Virginia some years ago, people's beliefs and behaviors are tremendously shaped by their closest relationships, often more than by their own values. Can you imagine that? Which means if you spend your time in relationships where your truth is muted, your authenticity eventually even fades. I'll be honest with you. I have been there. And to be honest, not even long ago. I know exactly what it is like to hold space for someone who isn't ready. To wait, to hope, to dream, to justify, to hold on to the idea of love long after love has stopped being a living thing. There was a connection I cherished deeply, maybe even more than I realized. It was soulful, magnetic, real. But one day, it also became inconsistent, silent, conditional. And for a while, yes, I know, way too long, I stayed in the in-between. Between hope and honesty. Between memory and reality. But I began to lose myself. And I had to ask myself what I'm actually holding on to. Is it a connection? Or is it a dream of who we could have been together? And here's what I realized. I can love someone deeply and still choose to love myself even more. This isn't bitterness at all. This is maturity. This is self-loyalty. When we constantly adjust to fit someone else's need, pace, or silence, we begin to self-abandon. And over time, that turns into emotional exhaustion, passive resentment, diminished joy, identity confusion. A Gallup study found out that only 15% of adults strongly agree with this statement. I feel loved for who I truly am in my closest relationship. 15%? Come on! That means 85% of us are navigating some form of conditional connection. That's tough, right? So, and here's my gift for you. Ask yourself, where in your life are you overextending? Where are you whispering when your soul wants to speak? Where are you performing connection instead of actually feeling it? This is your invitation to stop, to come home, to return to your own emotional center. And just to be clear, I don't talk about, okay, Laura nochmal schneiden. And just to be clear here, you decide in which relationship you want to come home. Is it your current partner? Is it at work, some of your colleagues? Or is it some of your friends, family? It doesn't matter in which relationship, but just ensure that you come back home to yourself. So this is the heart of today's message. Choosing yourself without closing your heart. It means you stop giving away parts of yourself that were never meant to be negotiated. You can still love, still forgive, still stay soft, but from a place of truth, not sacrifice. Here's how you begin. Name your needs without apology. Stop waiting for emotional crumbs. Say no to half-hearted energy. Let the silence teach you who is really walking with you. And this is the spiritual maturity of conscious living. And always keep in mind, saying no to someone else because it doesn't feel convenient for you is saying yes to yourself. So I want to invite you to a moment of a guided reflection after all what you have heard so far. So if you're not on the highway as usual and you have the opportunity, please relax, sit down, put your hands on your lap, and close your eyes if you can and if you would like to. Take a deep breath. Let's go inward for a moment. Ask yourself silently, what relationship have I outgrown but haven't released? Where am I holding on to someone else's potential? What part of me wants to be reclaimed? Now, say silently or out loud, I choose myself. Not because I've given up on love, but because I'm ready to stop abandoning me. Breathe that in. Feel it. Let it land. You are not selfish for choosing yourself. This is what you and everyone else deserves. Every single hour, every single day. I'm super curious what's on your mind in this moment. And I really challenge you. Take some time for yourself and really reflect in which relationships, in which connections you really feel comfortable, you really stick to your values and to your identity and say, yes, here I have this psychology safety. It's a give and a take. I still see and I'm still connected with myself. And please be brutally honest to yourself and stop cheating yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, for listening. This episode was not just for those in romantic relationships. It's for anyone who has ever dimmed their light, silenced their voice, or stayed longer than the truth allowed. And I'm sure we all did it. We all experienced that already. If this resonated, share it with someone who may need it. A friend, a sister, a brother, a partner, or just yourself. Remember, You can choose yourself without closing your heart. This is enrich your life. Thank you so much again, and see you in the next episode. Namaste. And with that, we gently close today's episode. May something you heard stay with you as a reminder, as a spark, or simply as permission to breathe a little deeper. Please keep choosing yourself, not against others, but for the sake of your truth. Life begins when we live it from the inside out. You will find all the links in the show notes below. Feel free to explore what calls you. And I'm always delighted if you leave a review or a comment. Until next time, my dear listeners, stay grounded, stay open, and enrich your life. Namaste.